Buffalo Bills logo. How many of you watching at home have been to Buffalo, New York? I would bet the majority have not been there. I had never been there a couple days ago, and with the Saturday night football game with the Bills and the Patriots coming to town, my wife and I said, let's just go. Let's see if we can get the kids taken care of, and let's get on a flight. It's like an hour flight from White Plains up in Westchester to Buffalo, and we went. And I wish I could have brought you all with me. I really do, and all you guys and everybody at home. This is the best I can do, though, is just a quick recap of what it's like to go to Buffalo for the first time on one of the biggest football games in a quarter century there. So you land, you go to Buffalo, right, and it's everything you hope for, and it's 0 degrees, and therein lies a holy war of what place to go for wings. With the people you know, you're texting. If you want to go on Twitter and say, where should we go for wings, as one would for pizza in Chicago or chili or whatever, they just start fighting each other. They fight and they fight and they fight. It's vicious. And there's all these sidebars. And then you get to this. So, guys, this is where I ended up.
Wow.
Let's just get into this, okay? So I got Excalibur right here. What we have here is a set of 10 wings. Now, it's Cajun honey butter wings, which sounds so delicious and tastes just as good. Not the standard buffalo sauce. You bury those, you have your blue cheese, double blue cheese, you have to pay a little extra, and then celery. Now, Peter, I know your eyes are going here. Yeah. This is a house lager in a Buffalo Sabres pint glass. Peter, take a moment. Go ahead.
And Doug Gilmour, Dale Hawerchuk, Dave Andrechuk, Dominic Hasek. How do you have that glass? How do you not steal that glass? That's an amazing piece of memorabilia.
How do you know I didn't steal it?
Cam Jordan, that thing?
Yes, and in the name of Miroslav Satan, I did take this back to 3 of this. Now, here's what's interesting. You probably know about the wings. I did. These guys did. Do you know what this is? Okay. This looks like a beef sandwich, and it is. It's called beef on weck. W-E-C-K, beef on weck. Weck is short for this bread that they put it on, and it's got this salt on top and these seeds, and then you dip it in the au jus. Mike, I know you're a vegetable man. Au jus, A-U-J-U-S. So I'm sitting there totally ignorant. Like Brandt, I say to the server, I don't know what beef on weck is. I've never heard that in my life. She's like, we got you. So the beef on weck, 10 wings, and 3 pints of the house lager Miroslav Satan. That's how you start the trip, all right? Hours later, again, 0 degrees. You start showing up. We finally get to the stadium.
Are you buzzed?
Yeah. Naturally and chemically. I really was. It was so much fun. You know, the Pats are in town. The Evil Empire is so cool. All I can tell you is when you get into the vicinity, the general vicinity of what I still call the Ralph, there's just fires everywhere. And I mean barrel fires, campfires. Everyone, it's like, you know how when they go north of the wall in Game of Thrones, it's like the wildlings and the free folk? It felt like the free folks camp because everyone's wearing 16 coats and around a barrel fire and they're just hoping like hell. So I get in the stadium and they come to me and the Bills were so hospitable and so professional and they loved the show so much. And they said, could you just go out there and do the Mafia mount up thing? And I'm like, you know, I don't want to do that.
I'm not working.
No, I just want to enjoy it very discreet. Well, the fans would really like it. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I go out to the stadium. Now, it's empty. Empty stadium, except for the Patriots are down on the field stretching and warming up. And I'm really close to them. So I'm like, this is a lot. And then I just said, you know what? I'm in Buffalo once. Screw it. And this happened. That's the Patriots right there. Right there. And I don't care. I'm going to scream it anyway. Ready? Mafia! Mount up! Let's go! All right, so I do the thing. Right with the pay. I felt a little disrespectful. And when Bill's Twitter put it out, they cut out that part, which I totally get. But I know your eyes are going to, what is that gorgeous jersey? We love jerseys on the NFL Network. We love jerseys on GMFB. That is a vintage Steve Tasker jersey that I'm wearing. Unbelievable present.
Cool.
Yes. So what next happens in this trip into the Wonka Chocolate Factory?
They got you that jersey.
Yes. What'd you say?
They got you that jersey?
Not only they. Oh, they did? Bring up the next pick. You're wearing a Steve Tasker jersey. You know what, damn it? You got to meet Steve Tasker. Bring it up. There he is. Yeah. This is the jersey. This is him. Legend. Steve Tasker, who is a legend.
He's legend.
Say it again, Mike Brown.
He's legend. That's a guy I looked up to from a special team standpoint.
This jersey and this bust right here should be in Canton, Ohio. When Steve Tasker meets you, he literally picked me up off the ground and my feet were dangling. That's the kind of energy he brings. So you meet Tasker. You're like, God, this crazy Western New York acid trip, can it get any better? Oh, it can. Bring on the next picture. Bring on the American badass. This is the experience. This is Mr. Kelly. This is Jim Kelly on the field. Thumbs. I cannot begin to. And again, Bills fans, I wish I could take you with me. The best I could do is share it. everything about this guy, from his RV out in the parking lot, to his little golf cart, to the whiskey shots he hands out. It's everything you want the Jim Kelly experience to be. He is so cool. He is so fun. I loved this guy. Peter, what do you think?
And I love you for doing this. Like, you're bringing us into that experience. I'm jealous right now watching this. That looks so
Me
fun.
too.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys brought up you guys, because they love Good Morning Football so much, and I'm just going to sit here and do an infomercial for the show. I don't care. I'm down on the field. They're screaming and then in synchronized chanting, Good Morning Football, which leads to this. All right, so I finally go and acknowledge, I mean, look at this imbecile right here down. Look at these three guys like, oh, that guy has no chill. And you know why? Because you're standing there on the field and you're me in my coat and my free hat. And I'm standing next to Bruce Smith and next to Thurman Thomas and next to everybody. Daryl Talley, they're all there. And you're like, I don't belong here. I just want to support the team. I want to see a great game. The fans love this show so much, and the love that we have given to Buffalo. And it's not all Cowboys and Steelers all the time. We talk about the Buffalo Bills, and God, what an amazing night. And then they went and just beat the pants off of Bill Belichick by 30 points. So that was one face that explains the entire thing from my perspective. Buffalo, on behalf of our show and on behalf of our network, thank you so much. And good luck in Kansas City. Please don't lay an egg. Thank you very much, guys. That was Buffalo. From beef on weck to this face. That's it.
Thanks for sharing.